I made a 6'8" ISO build, and this build gets contact dunks, and I mean crazy contact dunk animations. Can shoot anywhere on the court, and I mean any kind of shot, unlocking all the best dribble moves and speed boost animations while also having elite defense on the perimeter and in the interior. And I've been beating some of your favorite creators on early access with this build on my first day on the build. So let's get into how to make this build with tons of different versions depending on how many cap raiders you expect to get. So make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for me putting y'all on, and let's go ahead and get into the video. With NBA 2K26 being new to all of us, you're gonna need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2K.Lab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code 𝘸𝘪𝘆 for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations, but having the ability to have every jump shot's base and releases ranked in green window percents and speeds in milliseconds is wild. There's also a custom jump shot recommender where you can plug in your controller and it recommends you a jump shot for your controller and latency. Get started now by going to NBA2K.Lab.com and use code 𝘸𝘪𝘆 at checkout. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka 𝘸𝘪𝘆, back at it with yet another banger. And y'all can see, man, two-way MIDI slashing cleaner in the bottom left hand of your screen. I'm already a purple plate, and in fact, I'm actually the first purple plate in 2K26. I'm actually the first one. Not only that, I actually started a crew. Let me know if y'all want me to make a video on this. And we are the #1 crew in the world right now by a mile. Oh, and not only that, I've been shooting very good while having a 63 3-point percent and an 86 win percent. And this was early creator access day where the only games I'm playing is against like sweaty creators and NBA 2K League pros. So we're playing comp every single game damn near. So here is some footage of my NBA 2K26 first build, my 6'8" ISO build. And y'all can see by the footage, I'm shooting really good. You're gonna see I'm dunking really good. I'm playing good defense. I'm dribbling well. I mean, we're shooting back fade contesteds, greening them. We're shooting front fade, middies, pull-ups, jump shots. We're shooting anything, bro. Off the dribble, catch and shoot, no dip catch and shoots. And yes, there's no RNG in 2K26, and this build doesn't even get like a crazy high 3. Like, we're 6'8". I mean, it's in the middle, but it can shoot very, very well. Like, even if you wanted to lower the shooting a little bit, you could probably get away with it, because I don't even have the shooting completely maxed out right now in terms of attributes, and I'm already going crazy with my jump shots. I was even comboing up. You see, I'm moving crazy. This is a 6'8" build. Y'all gotta remember, this is a lengthy build. This is a tall build. I can shoot over people, and I'm dribbling like this, getting to my moves. I was already using the Devin Booker. I was spamming the escape moves. I was getting into the driving behind the backs, into the dunk meters. I was getting some pretty crazy contact dunks. I mean, if you were watching on any of my streams, because I do be streaming daily here on the YouTube and over on the Twitch, we just been going crazy. Like, the dunk meter is so insane with this build. Once again, like, the build's only, I only have the build at like an 89 overall right now. Wait until it's 99 with max badges. Like, this is barely any badges, and I was just demolishing out here. Like, there was creators pulling up on me, 2K League players pulling up on me in the early creator access, and your boy was going crazy. There was people coming from like other streams coming to my chat like, yo, what's the build, what's the build? So yeah, people were really asking for my build, so I'm here to show it off. If you guys want to see full gameplay, like gameplay of this build, I did drop my first park game gameplay video already, where I played Wavy Mellow, Clutch, and Coleman in my first 3 official park games, and we were already going crazy in that. Also, I left the VOD up of my entire like 16-hour stream with this build as well, if you guys want to go check out some long form gameplay of it. Anyways, let's go ahead, jump into the builder, and show you a bunch of different versions of this build that you could potentially make. All right, so we are officially in the builder now. I know a lot of people that have been watching me play on this build that were asking me to make the build video wanted me to show exactly the build I made, even though I was like, okay guys, I made my build with a lot of cap breakers in mind. A lot of y'all were still requesting for me to show the exact version that I made, so that's what I'm going to show you first. I'm going to show you literally the exact version of the build that I made. Okay, so first, you know, you just pick your name, whatever, right? I went to go ahead and went shooting guard, because on point guard you can't make a 6'8", so you got to go shooting guard. Some people were asking why not like small forward. I mean, honestly, dude, if you want to go small forward, go ahead and do it. It's not really going to change much. I just prefer shooting guard. And then with the wingspan, I wanted to get a 93 midi, because if you guys didn't know, 93 midi is actually going to give you a Hall of Fame set shot specialist, and I wanted that through the attribute. So I went 6'10" wingspan, which is the longest wingspan you can go while still getting that. Then I wanted to have the lowest speed possible while still getting an 80 rebound. because once again, if y'all did not know, 80 defensive rebound actually gives you exactly silver rebound chaser. And I also wanted that on this build as well. So we are still the fastest we can possibly be while still getting that 80 rebound and the longest possible wingspan while still getting that 93 biddy, 6'8 shooting guard. Go ahead and continue. So I made this my version of the build with 7 cap breakers in mind, because I know I'm going to get 2 cap breakers from build specialization. I knew I was going to get a cap breaker early from rookie 5, and I knew I was going to get a cap breaker from level 40. And I also have the #1 crew in 2K. And I already knew my crew was going to get to #1 because we recruited a bunch of people. We have like a crazy crew. And I was like, okay, you get 4 cap breakers from the crew. So I'll just keep in mind 2 of them, because I don't know how fast we're going to get those. So I kept in mind 2. So that's 7 total, right? So that's actually 6 total, but I ended up going with 7. So just to have an extra one that I'll eventually get. So 7 cap breakers in mind. The first one was 90 dunk. I want to get 93 dunk. So I put 90 dunk. I want to have 93 dunk for gold post riser. So I'm going to +3 that for 93 dunk. Now I also put the vertical to an 80 for those contact dunk animations. Make sure we unlock those when we do cap break to the 93 dunk. Then when it comes to the mid-range, I wanted the 90 mid-range. So I'm going to +3 that, and we're going to get the 90, or I wanted the 93 mid-range. So we're going to +3 that eventually and start with a 90 mid-range. Okay. And then I went ahead and went 83 3-pointer. We actually end up upgrading this later on, but I'm going to show you exactly how we upgraded it to an 84 and how I came to that conclusion. Anyways, so that's what we start with, the shooting and the finishing. Pass sec, I went 71. You could go 76. I mean, I'm a 2s player, so this was built for the 2s. I was playing 3s too, and 71 was more than good enough for 3s. So honestly, unless you're playing 5s, 71 was getting the job done, man. Maybe you want to go 76, sure. Ball handle, I went 85 for all those dribble moves. Speed with ball, a lot of people were asking, why did you go over 75? Because 75 is Zach LaVine dribble style, aka the best dribble style for tall guards. I went 80 because at 80 you unlock the blur takeover, and this is the takeover ability I want to use. And you have to have an 85 ball handle and an 80 speed with ball. Plus I think speed with ball attribute is actually just useful this year, regardless of a badge or an animation threshold. Then we move on to the defense. Well, I got an 85 perimeter defense. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to bump up the 85, go ahead and do so. Perimeter defense is actually a really good attribute in 2K26. Very, very good. If I ever make my second build, I eventually make, because y'all know I'm going to make tons of builds this year, I'll probably go 92, man. That perimeter's crazy. Steal, I ended up going 60 steal. I don't regret that at all after playing a full day on the build. We went 60 steal for the bronze interceptor. Plucks are not really a thing in this game. 74 block and 60 interior for paint patroller. Another thing, I mean, I was getting crazy blocks in the paint. I was defending all centers when I was walling up in the paint. They were not making their layups on me. Yeah, this was very good decision. I'm glad I didn't go overboard with the interior block, because this was perfect to me when I was actually playing on the build. Defensive rebound, we went with an 80 to get the silver rebound chaser, and I just maxed my offensive rebound because it's so cheap. Like, you can't put your offensive rebound down and then get something else. Like, it is so cheap, you may as well get it. So I maxed it out just to have the attribute. Speed, I went 85 speed. Agility, I actually ended up having some extra attributes, and I got 83 agility, which gives me Jalen Suggs motion style. So that's good. You unlock it at 83 agility. And then I was at 97 overall, and I was like, okay, I want to get strength. So I went to 71 strength on purpose, because when you load up this build after making it on the cap breaker screen, if you put 1 cap breaker on strength, it gives you a +2. And I want 73 strength for the gold strong handles badge, which is at 73 strength. So I ended up doing that. So I was like, okay, where can I put these extra attributes? So I was like, you know what? It's either +1 speed or +1 3. So I was like, okay, we're just going to do +1 3. Okay. And then with the rest of the attributes, there was literally nothing else to do. So I just put it on free throw. Now, if you want a higher free throw, go ahead and do that. Also, the reason why we put the cap breakers on dunk and 3-pointer is because those are the mathematically the most expensive stats. So yeah, this is the exact build I made for the people asking for it. It ends up being called, kind of like the playmaking glass cleaner name, it is called a two-way MIDI slashing cleaner. And let me go ahead and load up the build. Yeah, when you load up the build and we look at the cap breaker screen, so we load up this cap breaker screen, you guys can actually see, look at, like, most things are +1, so +3 for the 93 MIDI. And then look at with the strength, you +1 it, you get the +2 for 73 strength. So that was nice. Kind of unfortunate that the steel doesn't go up higher, but yeah, that's what the cap breaker screen was looking on the build. Anyways, let's go back to the builder and show you guys some other versions depending on how many cap cap breakers you want to put into the build. Now, if you want to make a build with no cap breakers, I'm going to go ahead and show you one with no cap breakers, 2 cap breakers, and even 5 cap breakers and onwards. So let's start with the one with no cap breakers. First of all, you're going to go 6'11 wingspans, the only difference, because we're not going to go for that 93 midi anymore. We're going for 91. So we're going to start with the 89 driving dunk instead of 93. I was using 89 all day the first day. Dude, it's insane. Like, you're probably not going to be missing out on much. Get the 78 vertical for the contact dunks. Moving on to the three-pointer, we're still going to get that 83 three-pointer for bronze limitless, and you're going to go with the 91 midi, and that's actually going to give you gold shifty shooter and gold set shot, which is still more than enough. Moving on to the playmaking, you're going to still get the same playmaking. So you're going to be able to get the blur takeover, the 80 speed with ball, the 85 ball handle, and the 71 pass act for that silver dimer. And you're still, even with no cap breakers, going to be able to get the exact defense we had on the 7 cap breaker version. 85 prim, 60 steal, 74 block, max rebound with the 80 rebound, 73 O board. You actually could go higher than that, but for now we'll keep it at this. 85 speed, and we'll go with the 83 agility for the Jalen Suggs motion style, and you can get all the way maxed out on the 73 strength. And then with the last couple attributes, throw it 2 on O board, throw a couple on free throw. If you want more free throw, you can go ahead and do so. And this is basically the same build I have, but with 0 cap breakers. You lose out on a couple shooting badges and you lose out on a couple contact dunks, but you actually have a higher offensive rebound than me, and you get the strength, the 73 strength off rip. Now, this build is going to be the same exact build name, so you still get the same two-way midi slashing cleaner build name, and that's a perfect 0 cap breaker version of the build. Now, I know a lot of people are going to want to make a 2 cap breaker version if you're basing off the cap breaker at level 40 and the cap breaker at at rookie 5. So if you want to do that, it's simple, man. Just put down your most expensive attribute. Our most expensive attribute here is mid-range, so we're going to go mid-range 89. What's connected to that? Free throw. What else is connected to mid-range? Close shot. And now we have some extra attributes to distribute. Now, if you think pass act is too low, 71, you can go 76, okay, and get the versatile visionary silver. But if I was making the 2 cap breaker version, I would go 88 speed, then I would go with the 81 defensive rebound, and then just put the rest on free throw. And this is what I would go with. I think speed is just really, really good in this game. That's what I would prefer. Now, if you just really don't like this 71 pass act, you can easily get the 76 pass act, put a +1 speed, +1 defensive rebound, and just put the rest on free throw and call it a day. Either way is good options for a 2 cap breaker version of the build. We get shades of Tracy McGrady on this one. You still get the 2-way midi slashing cleaner as well. Now, if you want to make a 5 cap breaker version, it's just the same thing, right? You just take down the most expensive attribute. You're probably wondering, okay, how do I know which is the most expensive attribute? Well, if you want to test between mid-range and dunk, okay, let's put down the mid-range. What goes with mid-range? The free throw. Let's put down the close shot too. Let's see what kind of extra attributes we get. Let's just put it on something random. We'll do pass act and boom, free throw. Okay, we're maxed out at 99 overall. Okay, now let's put that back down. Remember what stats we got away with, right? Dunk. So we put the dunk down. What else goes with dunk? We got the standing dunk. We got the post control a little bit. We got the layup a little bit. And now let's see what kind of attributes we can get. We can actually go to 80 pass act. So that's how you know the driving dunk was actually more expensive. So then you put that extra, then you actually put the -1 on dunk instead of the -1 on mid-range if you were going 3 cap breakers, right? And now you put those attributes wherever you want to go. Okay, so you want to keep getting speed, put that speed up, get a little more agility, get a little more interior, and then boom, there's your 3 cap breaker version, and so on and so on. So however many cap breakers you want to keep in mind, go ahead and do that. Just keep in mind, you get a cap breaker at rookie 5, you get a cap breaker at level 40 this season. If you hit level 8 in your crew, you get a cap breaker. Same with level 15, and I think like levels 20 something and level 30, but that's pretty hard to do in a crew. You also get a ton of other cap breakers in the rep rewards. So if we actually do take a look at the rep rewards, like I said, rookie 5 is a cap breaker, starter 3 has 3 cap break or another cap breaker, and then starter 5 has 3 cap breakers. Then we have another 3 cap breakers at veteran 2, but like at that point, that's like months down the line, so I wouldn't go that deep into it. But yeah, there's a lot of cap breakers involved in rep, and then there's even like cap breakers involved with challenges, bro. Like I think there's like some lifetime challenges where you get a couple cap breakers over here. So if you aren't gonna get the cap breakers until like a month plus from now, I wouldn't keep those in mind for your first build unless you plan on making one build for the entire year. Now I'm also going to show y'all the animations I have on my build. Yes, we're putting y'all on at the end of the video. Okay, these are the animations I have been using for my build. These are definitely subject to change. This is what I have on day one. Okay, so if you want the animations, the drill moves, this is everything I got. Make sure to copy them down. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for me putting y'all on with the animations as well. And if you guys want the jump shot, make sure to click the video on your screen because I actually already uploaded my jump shot on the channel along with the best shooting settings, tips, badges, all that good stuff. You're definitely going to want to go check that out.